So my carpet showed up today. I'm going to open this up and see how it looks. Alright, so it's been a couple days since I've got the carpet. Well, actually only one day since I got the carpet. But I'm going to bring that out and lay that down upside down and then put the old carpet I have on top of it and then make some marks for I guess cutting out certain things. So I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod and just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then from there, I will probably try to put the carpet into the cab. So, yeah, follow along. So far it looks like I'll have enough material for everything. I was worried, some people said that once you push this down that you don't have enough material here along the edges, but I totally have enough material. It's extra, I'll probably have to cut it. But now I need to basically try to form it better. I don't know if the more I work it or if there's like a trick to mold this stuff better, but for the most part, where I have my power cables and then the air lines over on the sides are pretty tight, but as far as fitment wise, it seems pretty good. I think I'm gonna need some like glue to contact cement or something, that or I'll just leave it like this. I don't want to make this too tight because these are my air lines in the middle of this. But like the edges, I'd probably want the edges tight, and then the back wall, I'll want it tight up against the the back wall, I guess. And then I'll have to cut the seat rails. Those will be kind of tricky because I'll have to make sure it's down, tuck it down, and then make my slit, I guess, and then the hole for it. So I'll have to do that. I'll probably do the middle first, get that, like do the middle slots both sides, tuck it good, and then I'll come back and do the outer edges just to make sure I guess everything's held down good. Alright, I had this installed, but I ended up pulling it back out so I could do some trimming slash heating up and adjusting some areas to make it fit a little better. All I did was just heat it up just to relax the wrinkles out. So I'm putting it back in now. I'll probably do a little bit more heating up to make it fit a little bit better, but I didn't want to do some of it in the truck just because where it was, I figured it'd be easier to do it out of the truck. So that's why I pulled it back out. some of the edges that I ended up heating up were the back ones, just because, like, if you see the front's like leaning forward like this, so I tried to heat it up to relax this corner to make it fit tighter, but I'll have to do it more, and I'm gonna end up using some contact adhesive on the back wall here. I think that's really the only place I'm gonna use the contact cement, because I don't want to put too much contact cement down and then have it be a pain to take out if I ever need to. So these will be held down by the track, and then I don't know, I might do some here and maybe the tops, but this area will be held down. But I'm really happy with the fitment so far on this. Well, I have the carpet all installed. For the most part, I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Here's a little peek at it, I guess. So far, the only thing I've really glued in is the back wall. And the back wall is pretty, for the most part, it's pretty, I don't know. It's there the way I want it. There's some things that are like poking out, and I only glued like the top portion of this because I didn't want to put a ton of glue all down the side, so it kind of bulged out here where it's loose at the bottom, because I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it as is, I guess. But all in all, it looks really good. I only really had to trim one side of it. That side, I probably would have had to trim both maybe if I would have centered it up a little bit better, but I think for the most part it's centered up pretty good in there. It didn't come with the corner pieces that go here, which is no big deal, I guess. You can see there, you can kind of see where it's open. You can see this side where it's open here. That's really no big deal, I guess. You won't really be able to see it unless you're looking for it. So now I have to do my air lines for the center console and the power for the center console. I still have to run it to the fuse box, to the switches and gauges and whatnot, and then this goes back to the relay for the air, and then these are the LED lights. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the carpet. I know a lot of people said that they had to, they were really short on the sides. I don't think I see where they were short, I guess. I really wasn't. Like I said, I only trimmed one side, but overall I'm happy. The only thing I put on the bottom was I put sound deadener material, and then it came with the whatever backing that they can't come stock with. I didn't buy the mask backing because I didn't want to have to rustle everything and all that, but other than that, a little heat gun to massage out some wrinkles on the back wall, and yeah, that was basically it. There you have it. So anywho, that's it for the carpet install, I guess. Now I have to finish up the air stuff, and yeah, I can put the bench in. I still want to recover the bench. I don't know if that'll happen before mini nats, but regardless, I'm gonna throw the bench in once I do the air stuff, because once I get ready to drive this thing, I'm gonna need to like get it running and then get it out and drive it to break it in. So I can't let it sit around too much. If I end up getting a seat cover, cool. If not, it'll just wait till after mini nats. But I'm gonna need to drive it once I get it running to break the engine in properly. But so yeah. All right, so I'm diving back into working on all this stuff. I left off. I pretty much ran the wires through. I have my ground wires here that I'll have to attach. Up under here I have a bolt for it. So ground wires. My power wires I have ran here up and over, and then I'll have to tie this into the fuse box. And yeah, here's a little closer view what I'm working with. These are all the connections for the air. Two going in, and they split and go to, one goes to these two paddles, the other goes to these two paddles, and then it splits out. And yeah, these are the gauges where it splits off of the gauges. One's for the front left, front right, rear left, rear right. I have to tie all these into these. So I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod on the side and kind of watch me do that. Alright, so doing a little test here. I have everything done, airlines all hooked up. Power wire ran over here. I have not connected them yet. I have both powers for the switches right here. The grounds are connected, and I have my tester. I have this connected to a ground. I have it plugged into a power box here via cigarette adapter. And so if I go to the LED power, I check it and I get continuity. So then I turn the power on to it, and you see the blue light goes on the dash, probably, or the console. It's probably kind of hard to see. Blue light goes onto the dash. That means the LEDs are on, and I do it again, and then the blue light's off, power. And then if you look at the truck, I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing here. Go to the LEDs, give it power, they're not on. And there, they're on via the switch. It's kind of hard for me to reach over and turn it off, but you get the idea. Okay, finished up with the interior bits for the most part. I still need to test out the air power, which is no real big deal. I put the seat belts on, the stock seat belts I had. I'll probably end up getting some different ones at some point, but for right now, I'm just gonna go with what I got. But everything in the interior is in there as far as the air and the center console and all that. I still have to put in the cluster, the radial. I'll work with that later. Still got to put the glove box in. Leave that out for now, and then once I test fire the engine and all that, then I will probably put that stuff in and go from there. The plan is to, now that I got the interior done, finish putting fluids and everything in the truck. I have power. Quite a few little things left to do, and then I can get ready to fire the engine up and then get it running and then out driving to break it in proper. So that's the plan. But anywho, the seat will have to be redone at some point, but for right now I'm just gonna run this seat, at least for mini nats, and then build a box later so it'll be like a 2x4 width up top and then whatever width down there. It's pretty good size. The seat belts kind of hold it open, so you can kind of see how wide it is. So, on to the next thing. So, when I went about doing the headliner, I picked up this thin, 1/8 inch thick, high density foam, and I used 3M Super 90 glue. Pretty much sprayed that down on the headliner, stuck the foam down, and was real careful doing that because I didn't want to leave handprints. So I ended up laying that down and then cutting out the shape, and then let it sit overnight all cut out, and then came back the next day and laid out my material to lay on top of that. I don't have all of the headliner making it, but I have this part where I put the material down, laid it out, and once I laid out the material, I ended up cutting around the shape, leaving, I don't know, about 1 inch, and then tucking it over, and then I used contact cement on the back side to hold the two together. And I will go out to the truck and show you basically the headliner in the truck. Alright, so the headliner, before I even covered it, I ended up cutting the card down right where the back seam is, because I wanted it to tuck basically how it is, right along the seam. And then I trimmed down the edges above the door seam, so that would be nice and tight up against there. And then I wrapped the card. And then once I wrapped the card with the foam and then the material, I ended up using Velcro, some heavy duty Velcro. So I put Velcro strips on this back edge, like 3 strips, and then 2 long ones along the side, one here and then one on the other side. And as far as the front, they are just held with the visor screws on both sides, and that's it. It's held up there pretty good. Haven't had any issues with it all summer, and yeah, that's how it looks. Alright, so I hope that gives you an idea what I did on the headliner. I don't have more video footage than what I've shown, and yeah, like I said, I just worked the headliner card to size before I even covered it, and then once I covered it, then I just used Velcro and stuck it up in place along with the visor screws, and it's been holding great, and I highly recommend doing it the same way. I don't know if I would do it any other way, but if there's a better way out there, I'm sure somebody knows, but that worked out really well for me. I put sound deadener up in the center section of the roof, under the headliner I should say, so that helped out a lot. So yeah, that's it for this one. I'm pretty much almost done with the videos getting caught up. I think I have one last one to do, and that is the sub box for the truck, and I can go over the stereo setup and the sub box when I'm putting that video together. So anywho, thanks for watching this one, and I should be back with another one before I start doing other stuff to the truck. But as always, thanks everybody, appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.